Hello students, good morning and welcome back to the online class. So in today's class we'll solve the full-fledged problem where you have to prepare departmental trading and profit and loss account and you have to prepare the balance sheet. Okay, first to take down this problem from the following trial balance for the year ended 31st March 2021 has been extracted from the books of supply departmental stores. So you take down this problem fast. So next the continuation part. Okay, so first we'll discuss and later we'll solve the problem. So first to classify the item. First to classify the items on the basis of trading and P&L account. So capital is the balance sheet item. So balance sheet liability side. Drawing is an asset. Drawing is an asset, but usually it is deducted from the capital. So the treatment for the drawing is it should be deducted from capital. So before I proceed, you should know the rule of trial balance. Now what is the rule of trial balance? The debit means either it should be an asset, or it should be a expenses. Debit means either it should be an asset or it should be expenses. Credit means either it should be a liability, either it should be a liability or it should be an income, or it should be a income. So now capital, that is 50,000, is not an income, so it is liability. Drawings is an asset for the company, that is for the departmental store. So the partner or the owner has withdrawn the goods or the cash, but it's an income for the store because he has to return that money back to the company with the interest. So this is deducted from the capital. Stock, that is opening stock. So trading account, debit side. Sales, trading account, credit side. Purchases, trading account, credit debit side because expenses. Debit means expenses. Salary, P&L account. Publicity expense, P&L account. Rent, rate and tax, P&L account. Commission, P&L account. Okay. Next, miscellaneous expenses. So P&L account. Furniture and fixtures is a balance sheet item, asset side. Debtors and creditors. So debtor is a debit asset, creditor is the liability. 4% government bond is an asset, that is nothing but investment. Okay, you have invested in government bonds. Interest is an P&L item. Now it is credit means income. Provision for doubtful debts. Credit, if it is given in the trial balance, then that is the old provision. So it is the old provision. Now what is the format? See, the new bad debt, should be taken as the base in the P&L account. New bad debt means, the new means everything that is given in the adjustment. Okay, new means that is given in the adjustment. For this you have to add new RBD, or reserve for bad debts or provision for bad debts. From this you have to deduct old provision. It may be reserve or provision, one and the same. So new bad debt is given in the adjustment. New RBD or PDD, that is provisions, will be given in the adjustment. Old will be given in the trial balance. Now you see point number 2, 1200. This 1200 is to be written off as a bad debt. So this is new bad debt. Provision for doubtful debt is increased by 10%. This is new provision. You have to add these two, then you have to deduct this 800. So this is the format you have to follow. Okay. Then cash at bank, that is a asset item. Next, we have the closing stock, that is 31st-3/2021. Closing stock. So closing stock should be shown on the credit side of the trading account. So debtor, just now we discussed, this to be done in the P&L account, and you know that for P&L, sorry, adjustment, you have to pass two entries. So closing stock, that is asset. This is my asset. Bad debt as well as provision once in the P&L account, and the next one you have to deduct from debtor because both affect my debtor balance, and these outstanding expenses should be added to the respective expenses while preparing trading and P&L account. Then you have to show it as a liability item because outstanding expenses, the expenses is still pending, so you have to make the payment, right? So it is liability. So in balance sheet, the outstanding liability expenses should be shown on the liability side. And in the trading and P&L account, first you have to add this to your total, then you have to apportion. The the rule, you have to add this figure to the total, then you have to apportion. So depreciation P&L account debit side, then you have to deduct from the furniture in the balance sheet. All the revenue item is to be allocated in 2:1. Revenue item is the item which is recorded in trading and P&L account, that is revenue item. All the revenue item in the 2:1 ratio. So there is no need of calculating the ratios on the basis of sale, purchase or any other basis. So it should be apportioned on the basis of 2:1. Okay. So now we'll draw the lines for departmental trading and profit and loss account. So draw the lines. Departmental trading and profit and loss account. Departmental trading and profit and loss account for the year ending 31st March 2021. Okay. So departmental trading and profit and loss account for the year ending 31st March 2021. So radio watches total. So first you have to start with opening stock. So write two opening stock 45,000, 21,000 and 66,000. So opening stock for radio 45,000, watches 21,000 and total 66,000. Next you write purchase. Two purchases, there is no returns, so the directly you write the balance. Two purchases, 2,25,000, 1,15,000, 3,40,000. Then we have given sales, then closing stock. So first you record all the trading item: opening stock, purchase, sales, then closing stock. So closing stock and sales is a credit item, opening stock and purchase is the debit item. So if there is any direct expenses, then you have to debit it. Okay. If there is any direct expense like wages, freight, carriage inward, or lighting, heating, manufacturing expenses, everything should be debited to trading account. So here only the opening stock, closing stock, purchase and sales, no other item. So the difference will be gross profit or gross loss. Here the credit side is more. So the difference will be 2 gross profit. Now you calculate the total and find the gross profit balance fast. So the total is 3,24,000, 1,70,000, 4,94,000. 3,24,000, 1,70,000, 4,94,000. So now we find the difference. So the difference is 54,000, 34,000, 88,000. So two gross profit carried out. Next, By gross profit brought down. You have to brought down. You have to carry forward the balance. By gross profit brought down. 54,000, 34,000, 88,000. Okay, now you have to record all the indirect items like expenses as well as income. So the first one that is salaries. Now the salaries, the figure that is 12,600, that is the salary paid. Now you see the adjustment, there is an outstanding salary of 1,200. So first 12,600 plus 1,200, the what figure you get, that you have to write in the total column, that is 13,800. That 13,800 you have to apportion on the basis of 2 is to 1. So the ratio, the ready figure, the ready ratio they have given, that is adjustment, that's the last adjustment. On that basis you have to apportion. So 13,800 into 2 by 3, 13,800 into 1 by 3, you get 9,200 and 4,600. If there is an outstanding, then you have to add, then you have to apportion. Okay, that is salary. The next one, public expense, publicity expenses. Again, there is an outstanding. So 8,900, that is a publicity expenses paid. You have to add 1,300 outstanding. You will get 10,200. Then you need to apportion on the basis of 2 is to 1. Next, to rent rates and taxes, there is no outstanding. So 3,200 you have to apportion on the basis of 2 is to 1. It comes to 2,133. 1067, so total 3200. Okay, next one, commission. So there is outstanding, so 10,600 commission paid, outstanding 1,700. If you add, you will get 12,300. So if you have portion, that is on the basis of 2 is to 1, you will get 8,200 and 4,100. So next one, miscellaneous expense, there is no outstanding, so 5,000 your portion on the basis of 2 is to 1. Next one, there is an interest. So interest credit side means income. So write buy interest on government bonds, 400 in the total column. Then 2 is to 1 basis, that is 267 and 133. Okay, next one, that is two bad debts. Okay, two bad debts, that is the new bad debt. You write 1200 in the inner column. Then you have to add a new reserve for bad debts, that is 10% on debtors. You listen one thing, listen carefully. You have to remember this point. The reserve should be calculated on net debtors. Now, what is net debtors? The net debtor means after deducting all the adjustment relating to debtors, the what figure you get, that is net debtors. On that you have to calculate. Now new RPD, we will calculate new RPD. You leave some space and you continue with the working note. Leave some space and you write calculation of new reserve for bad debt, that is on net debtor. So you leave some space. Then you write calculation of new RPD, that is calculated on net debtors. First you have to take the debtor value, that is debtor 16,800. So write debtor 16,800. So this is the total debtor. Now what is net debtor? That is after deducting all the adjustment that is relating to debtor. Now you see your adjustment, you read the adjustment and see whether there is any transactions or any adjustment that is relating to debtors. Okay, there is only one transaction that is affecting my debtor balance. The first one, that is a new RBD. The reserve for bad debt will affect your debtor balance. That is true, but you don't know what is the ready figure. They have not given the figure, right? So you need to calculate. Apart from RBD, there is one more entry, that is bad debt. So bad debt, that is going to affect your debtor balance. Now what you have to do? You have to deduct that bad debt. So write less new bad debt, that is current year bad debt. The adjustment item is of current year, so you deduct that new bad. So only one transaction apart from RBD, there is only one transaction that is affecting my debtor balance. So the difference what you get, that is your net debtors. So right, net debtors 15,600. On that you calculate 10%. That is your new RBD 1,560. So how to calculate RBD? RBD is calculated on net debtors. Net debtor means after adjusting all the adjustment that is relating to debtor, what figure you will get, that is the net debtor value. On that you have to calculate the RBD. That is, in this problem, in this case, there is debtors of 16,800 and there is only one item, that is bad debt. So that is 1,200 that you have to deduct. You will get 15,600. So on 15,600 you calculate the new RBD. Now this you write in the P&L account. Okay, this figure you take to the P&L account. New RBD 1,560. Next you do the total of that, 2,760. Now what is the format? Bad debt, add new RBD, total less old RBD. Old RBD, see RBD or PDD or PBD, okay? Reserve for bad debt, provision for doubtful debt, provision for bad debt, one and same. It is same, okay? So the same treatment. So next you have to deduct old RBD. Old RBD is always given in the trial balance. Now you see the trial balance and see whether there is any provision on doubtful debts or any debtors. There is one item, that is 800. You write less old RBD 800. The net figure what you get, that you write in the total column. So the net figure what you get, that you write in the total column. Then you apportion on the basis of 2:1. Okay, so the net figure, that is 1,960 in the ratio of 2:1. Okay, next there is a depreciation. To depreciation on furniture and fittings, that is 10%. The value of the asset is 12,400. On that 10% it comes to 1,240, that you have to apportion on the basis of 2:1. So the difference will be net profit or net loss. So again the credit side is more, so the difference is net profit. Now you do the total and find the net profit. So the total is 54,267, 34,133, 88,400, and the net profit is 22,467, 18,233, 40,700. So if you finished, you draw the lines for balance sheet. So balance sheet, there is no departmental or columnar balance sheet. We have to follow only the general balance sheet. That is balance sheet as on 31/3/2021, and the only one amount column, that is one each column on the both the side. Okay, so first you record the assets, furniture and fixtures. That is the first asset. So that's a capital. So capital will record at last. Okay, that's on the liability side. We'll see it later. The furniture and fixtures for 12,400. That's a depreciation. So you have to deduct. So write amount in the inner column. Less depreciation 1,240. The net figure what you get, that you take it to the outer column 11,160. Okay, after furniture and fixtures, debtors. So now debtors, there is two transactions adjustment. The first one, that is new bad debt, that you have to deduct. So write less bad debts 1,200. That is a new bad debts given in the adjustment. Debtors 16,800, less bad debts 1,200. So if you deduct, you will get 15,600. You write it in the inner column. Next we have RBD. You have to adjust only the new RBD, that is current year RBD. So write less new RBD 1,560. the net figure, that is 14,040. Next one, that is creditors. After debtors, creditors. So there is no adjustment on creditors. So write the amount in the outer column directly. Next one, that is 4% government bonds. There is no adjustment. So write directly the 10,000 in the outer column. Next one, cash at bank. So next we'll write capital. So capital. So there is a format for that. So capital, if there is any additional capital, then you have to add. So to the opening capital, if there is any additional capital, then you have to add. If you incur a profit in P&L account, that you have to add. If you incur loss, if you earn a profit, sorry, if you earn a profit, that you have to add. If you incur loss, then you have to deduct. So in this case, you earned a profit. So add a net profit. Add a net profit. That is 4,700. You will get 90,700. If there is any drawings, then that should be deducted. That is 10,000 in this case. So that you have to deduct. Okay, that is capital. If there is any interest on drawings, that you have to deduct. Interest on capital, you have to add. The next one, you have to record the outstanding expenses. We have three outstanding expenses. That is, all the outstanding expenses is a liability. So here we have three outstanding expenses like publicity expenses, commission, and salaries. So next you have to record the closing stock. So we have radio as well as watches. So there is a closing stock for radio as well as watches. Now if you do the total, your balance sheet will tally. So the balance sheet total is 93,700. So this is illustration, full-fledged problem where you have to prepare department of trading and P&L account and the balance sheet. Okay. So the remaining problem we'll see in the next class. So till then, take care. So I end today's class till here itself. Okay. Thank you.